Hey, what's going on, guys? And today I wanted to do a video review for the Panasonic Baby Monitor. So we actually decided, when we were planning prior to baby being born, we really wanted something that was very basic that would get the job done. We didn't necessarily need something that had like a color screen or was like all crazy in terms of the features that it came with. But what we did really want is its own baby monitor. We didn't want something where you had to like utilize a phone in order to actually see what was happening with the camera. So I'm going to really focus on the unit itself here. Basically, the baby monitor is a nice little tiny screen. You have a few different things that you can see on the screen, and right now this is actually pointing at her crib, but obviously she's not in it. So you can see that we have a pretty clear visibility of the crib. It's probably hanging, I'd say, a good 3 to 4 feet above the crib on the wall. You can see here on the screen, and one thing that's really nice about this is that they actually display the temperature of the current temperature in the room. So one thing that we'll notice will happen is, like, let's say we are running our air conditioner, which is basically a pretty much AC that works throughout the home. It's like central AC. And sometimes when the door's shut, maybe it's like a day where it's just a little cooler, we'll notice this temperature could either get, in some cases, either really hot or really cold. So it's nice to see this because we can know, hey, maybe we need to turn it down, or we'll see her kind of shifting around a little bit because the temperature is either too high or too low for her. So that's nice that they display this. I think it was good to have this on the baby monitor. You also have some settings here. It'll show if it's like day or night, the signal status, and then as well the battery status. Now, in terms of functionality with this, it's pretty straightforward. You can use this as a microphone, so if someone was in the room, like there's often scenarios where my wife will be down here where we are now. This is kind of her office, and I'll be upstairs. Now, it's pretty far away, so I'm not going to be like yelling through the home. And if the baby's having a hard time, getting to sleep, she can actually see me on the monitor, maybe trying to put her back down to bed, and I could say something, she'll hear me, and then she can actually hit this button and respond back to me. So that's something that's really nice. It actually works as an intercom, at least from this side, so she could speak through it and I could hear what she's saying. So if she's like, hey, do this, or try doing this, whatever it may be, then it works really nice for that. You've also got a little dial here. I'll just move this. You can basically rearrange the camera itself, and this has a pretty wide capability in terms of what you can do with it. So you can adjust this quite a bit. You can zoom in, you can zoom out. So you get a lot of options there. You also have a menu that you can go through. So there's zoom settings. I'll just go through all of them. You have lullaby options if you want to play a lullaby through it. We usually don't use that. You do have some notification settings, auto lullaby. You have timer settings. You can adjust the sensor itself, the speaker volume, obviously, the brightness of the camera, any management of the camera, monitor settings, and then just basic information. So pretty straightforward. I'd say the biggest thing with this one is that you definitely want to make sure it's somewhere that you have a plug. The cord for this is actually quite long. The outlet is over here behind this couch, and we have this plugged in, and basically we'll just leave it plugged in. But if for some reason, it's not plugged in, it'll probably last on a charge for several hours without any issue. Pretty easy to turn on and off. You have a nice antenna here that can be flipped down, and it does also have a small stand that basically supports it here in the back. The other nice thing about this unit is that it does have different icons appear if there's activity. So if she's like rolling around, it will show an LED, a little activity light that will show up based on the fact that she's moving, but there's not actually sound. So it's kind of like letting you know that, hey, everything's fine, but there's no sound. If sound starts coming out, then this light on the top, like let's say she starts crying, this light will actually light up, and will, maybe like in this case, my wife is gaming at her computer or watching TV, and we're, not really watching the monitor. This thing will light up and we'll see the light because it might be dark in the room, whatever it is. So I really do like this unit. I think for the price point, and just given the capabilities, this is going to do everything that you need it for. I'm a very techie guy. I love tech stuff, having the latest and greatest gadgets. And I know that there's much more expensive baby monitors out there. And I think given what we needed and some of the features and functions that I was looking for, this thing actually does everything that I could possibly want. I would say, if anything, if you're really adamant about it, you could obviously get something with a bigger screen, but I really just didn't find it to be that necessary. You can see everything with this just fine, and gives you the capabilities that you're going to really want if you're just kind of monitoring baby. So yeah, if you guys decide to pick this up, I will leave a link below on Amazon. If you do pick it up through my link, I do earn a small commission, and that definitely helps me out. So you guys will pay the same, and definitely helps me in a big way. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the review, and I'll talk to you later.